Hello, hi, welcome and thank you so much for being here. We're going to do a timeless collective reading. Whenever this reading finds its way to you is the right time. Keep in mind it is a general reading, so see what signs, symbols, messages, energies resonate for you in your particular situation. Hopefully help bring you clarity on whatever you're wondering. It could broaden your perspective, narrow your focus, help you see something with fresh eyes in a new way, in a new light. In the end, always trust yourself. That divine inner guidance, it's inside of you. And try to make balanced decisions between logic and intuition so that your decisions are sound, based in love, and for the highest, greatest good of everyone. So we're all uplifted in love. Let's begin. We're going to start with the Sasoli Tarot today. Let's see what God, Source, Holy Spirit, Creative Consciousness, our higher selves, angels, and energies of love have for the highest, greatest good of all. Opening message for the collective. Please and thank you. So we have the Three of Coins. So this could be a work situation, working well. I'm seeing with one person in particular. It's interesting because you're working with a caterpillar. So I do feel right off the bat like maybe you are working with someone who maybe doesn't always look at something through the spiritual perspective. I feel like they're in a different vibration from you, and yet there is still, I'm getting a willingness to work together, but I feel like the caterpillar is really curious about you. I don't feel like you're the caterpillar. I feel like the caterpillar is somebody else. But the Three of Pentacles is recognizing where you are valued, where your skills are valued, where you can, I just heard, put your skills to the test. So maybe it's sort of like being tested, but I'm not getting that this is a hard exam. I'm getting that you're going to pass with flying colors. I feel like it's where your skills are put to good use. It's also where you recognize that other people have different backgrounds, different educations, different experiences, different talents. And it's taking those different personalities, those different energies, and being in an environment where you can all build and work together. If that is an upside down energy, it's feeling like you're out of place in your environment. Or I heard stick out like a sore thumb. So I feel like it's maybe your work ethic is pretty good and maybe others aren't working. I'm like not being team players. That's sort of what it is upside down. So it could be that you're taking yourself out of any partnership, group, or situation where you're always feeling drained, you were underappreciated, where your skills weren't valued. But I am seeing maybe a partnership between you and someone else where maybe somebody has the potential to grow. It could be you too. If you have a mentor or something like that and they recognize a lot of potential in you, maybe somebody is taking you under their wing, teaching you maybe a very specific trade or skill, really giving you a chance to have more experience, but I feel like you are going to still pass with flying colors. Like if somebody recognized a skill in you or potential in you, it's because they saw something in you. So let's see. Let's get another message to clarify the Three of Pentacles. This card is really beautiful. It's also, I don't know, very drab and gray other than that partnership. When I think of the mushroom, it makes me think of a gigantic kingdom because the mushroom kingdom is huge and various and like really special. So I feel like you might have the potential with someone in particular to really build your kingdom pretty big. Clarity on the Three of Pentacles. What is another message, please and thank you? The 8 of Swords. So maybe you or someone else does feel stuck in their head, doesn't see a way out. This is usually just a mindset. It's somebody who's not really stuck. They're just believing that they are stuck. So it could be somebody is coming through to help you work on something, to help you see something a different way, help you get out of a situation, but I feel like that could be you as well. This doesn't have to be the same situation. This could be another area of your life where you feel a little bit trapped. I actually do see somebody who's maybe in, it could be a home environment or a partnership, and it's just, I'm not getting that it's a horrible situation. I'm just getting like stuck energy. Like I see boots stuck in the mud. And I feel like maybe this could be somebody in your life or someone that you know that sort of goes to work as an escape. That's sort of what I'm getting. So maybe somebody at work has a different perspective, a higher perspective of seeing a situation for this person in whatever area of their life it is, to help them get out or break free, or notice that they weren't trapped. Nothing was really tying them down other than their belief that they couldn't do it. This little girl is holding a bunny, and she just looks like she's a little nervous or she's scared. She's wrapped up in a little ball, but there's nothing holding her down here at all. She actually has something here that is comforting her or him. Upside down, it is recognizing that there was a side way out, that you have all these swords usually around you that you can cut yourself loose with. And a sword is a tool. A sword represents words, clarity, ideas, conversation. So it's through the energy of swords, changing your thoughts, that you will figure out a different way through. It's usually not the big bold front door when this card comes through. It usually means you have to think outside the box and go through the window, go the side way, change your angle somehow. So let's see, let's get another message, clarity on 3 of Coins, 8 of Swords. I'm sort of seeing that somebody has the desire to have more freedom or stand up, but they're just not quite in the energy of big confidence. So maybe something is coming through to boost the confidence of you or this person. Let's see. What would be helpful? The 7 of Coins. So something is just going to take some patience. If somebody has to gain their wings, come out of the cocoon, change their mindset, it usually means that there is a natural progression with that. People have to be ready to see that side window or the other way through, or gain the clarity in their mind. They need to have that conversation. But the 7 of Coins is really nice, because it's bringing that energy of destiny and spirit down to earth in the pure potential of making a garden grow and flourish. It's just, you have to have patience with the seasons, understand how to navigate around and with the weather, and it's tending your garden. It's putting energy into something so that it can grow. But if you're planting seeds in the wrong environment, and it doesn't have the right spiritual weather, energy, weather, whatever that is, it's not going to grow to its full potential. So maybe you're also doing something online. Maybe something that you're doing online is taking a long time. I feel like there's these spiders weaving this web around this person's head. So I feel like you are working on something, and I feel like it is going to catch on. I don't know what that is. That could be somebody else that they're working on something, working on a website, working on maybe an online store, or making new connections. I feel like there's two here. So you're gonna first find the right partner or person or key component to end up catching more. Even though this is a spider, it is giving me octopus energy. So maybe multitasking something, doing something, doing a lot of different things at once. The Seven of Pentacles upside down is not dragging your hose out to the garden if there was a dry spell, or even overwatering something, planting seeds in the wrong environment, forcing a season before it's a natural change or a natural chapter that's moved on. It's also where you are lacking patience. It's sort of like I see somebody going out to the garden and they really want that seed to grow. And it's like they want to reach their hand into the ground and yank out that carrot and make it big and come out before it's even grown its root. So you can't force something before it is time. But it's also recognizing when it's time and it's big and plump and juicy and ripe, you got to be there to pluck it, to pick it. So let's get one more and then go to a couple of oracle cards. One more. And all of these are just minor arcana, by the way. You got the 3 and the 7 of coins and the 8 of swords. So when it's minor arcana, it's just a smaller energy that has to do with things in your regular everyday environment. And you have more control over how you handle those energies than, let's say, a major arcana card. That's usually a bigger situation or a bigger energy, and it's really about how you handle, navigate, react, and move with that energy. One more. Please and thank you. And you have the 9. All right, so you have the 9 of, this is the 9 of rods. So look at, there's something like there's a chameleon hidden there. Maybe there's like a kind of a fly on the wall, wallflower kind of energy. Maybe this is about blending in. These are really different cards. I forgot how cute they are. But usually the 9 of rods for me is give it one last push. Recognize the things that you went through that were tough and hard and felt like a battleground, and recognize what's worth fighting for and what is worth letting go. It's also the wounded healer for me. So sometimes you go through big situations or rough waters because it puts you in the position where later where you are both healing yourself, but I see it as someone who has the potential and fire to recognize and help others through difficult situations. I also always see this energy as having that goal at the end that was worth it. If you're going through something and you don't see that end goal or that reason or that, authentic belief and desire of your heart that was worth going through something, that you're getting to someplace, then it's asking yourself if it's worth all of your energy. So upside down, I kind of see it as putting up a lot of barriers, not giving something that one last little push it needs to finally get to the finish line, or letting that fire that sizzled out in your soul be that stagnant energy where you are not really, I hear maintaining. You're just sort of staying in a space where the fire kind of keeps sizzling out instead of looking at where it's lighting you up, illuminating your way. Here it does look like this Girl is into a book. She's into a story. She's into something so much she doesn't even know there's this big lizard on the wall that looks exactly like her wallpaper. So I do see there's an energy around you that's maybe staying a little quiet or trying to blend in a little bit, but they're observing you. I know that's not the typical message with this, but it could be that you are observing somebody in a relaxed state. Although, you know, it's kind of interesting. There's all these there's like little balls on the ground. I'm sort of getting that, I want to say this is her pet. Maybe you have a pet lizard. It's kind of a really weird thing to see, but I kind of see it like if this was a dog ball and there's a little toy there, like she would like throw the ball. So I'm not really getting that this is a clashing energy. I'm kind of getting that it's a very unusual energy or dynamic or partnership. Because she looks completely comfortable. I don't feel like I think she would hear something here, and I don't think she's going to be too surprised when she turns around and there's that chameleon on her wall. Let's see. Hopefully this will sort of blend in to the rest of the reading. I forgot how interesting those cards are. Let's go to, well, let's do an animal card. Since we have these interesting animals here. What is one animal energy message for the collective? Please and thank you. Oh, wow, you have the anaconda coming through. This is definitely a really big energy. It's also number 2, a little bit like the High Priestess. Maybe you did feel a little bit like smothered in a situation. It could be you as well, releasing any energy if you were giving some things like trying to pull that weed out of the garden, or not the weed, but the carrot, or trying to force something to grow. If you just kind of release and allow. I also see this as metamorphosis, a lot like that caterpillar to the butterfly energy, because the snake completely sheds its old skin. Your old way of doing something, an old thought process. You know, it's letting old situations go, letting the old you go and becoming something new. Like really refreshing your energy. If you have that gross skin down there on the floor and it doesn't even fit you anymore, you really want to go crawling back into it. I feel like it's like that, like scaly gray, I don't know, energy. I feel like you're ready to twinkle. You're ready to completely release old patterns, see something in a new way. And I mean, I'm getting like that almost reptilian brain with these two. So I do see you as maybe releasing fears, but trusting your instincts. Also, because this is the 2, like the High Priestess, it's really tapping into your intuition on something. And I also see that anaconda as very flexible, being flexible with changes, flexible in a situation. Let's go to, let's do the soul's journey. What is one soul's journey message to be helpful for the collective right now? Please, thank you. Ooh, we have judgment. So this is also releasing judgment on yourself. You know, if you're shedding your old way of doing something and having this energy of metamorphosis, transformation, transfiguration, spiritual elevation, you are going to see something with that objective, elevated perspective. It's also recognizing that others change and grow when they are ready. It's knowing we're all human. We're all, trying our best. Some try harder than others. Every day is different and it's not easy. But we're all beautiful, beautiful, divine souls connected to one another and having a human experience. It's like a big old school down here. Sometimes you skip a couple grades. Sometimes you fall behind. Sometimes you got to repeat a class. Sometimes you pass with flying colors. It's not about one being better than the other. It's just where everyone is. And it's understanding that everyone has their own unique paths and challenges. You can sort of recognize the energy and feel and maybe hear somebody's experience, but you're never going to really know what it's like to truly be in someone's shoes, to be in somebody else's skin. So it's having that beautiful spiritual perspective. And it's also releasing judgment on yourself. It could also be the energy of judgment, if that was sort of like the judgment card in the tarot. Then that's usually a really big decision being made. And I always feel like it's kind of uncomfortable before that decision is made, and so much better once something is finally made, because it brings your scales and your energy, your scales, back into balance. I know this is really a weird thing to see, but I kind of see that, like, look at that. That's beautiful. The scales are really beautiful here, but I see that, like, skin kind of energy as, like, diamonds or sparkles, like really sparkly. I don't know. I don't know why. Was that the, did Britney do a dance with a snake, and is that where she had the sparkles on her skin that were like nude? She was like nude in that video. I think it was a live thing she did. Ooh, it gave me goosies. I don't know if that's the same dance, but if it is, I will find it. I'll find that. So let's do a Love Angels Oracle card. This is, a lot of this was, there are very few words in all of these cards that I pulled here. They're mostly imagery. So let's go to something with a message. Clarity for the collective on Judgment, 3 of Pentacles, 7 of Pentacles, 8 of Swords, 9 of Rods, Anaconda, and Judgment. Also, that makes me think of J-Lo. I think she was in that movie. So, I don't really have a specific song coming through. So I'll look into her songs and see if the right one comes through with the right energy to put in the playlist for you guys. One message for the collective, please and thank you. Oh, okay. So we do have an outside influence that's coming through and interfering in a connection that you're having. It's a third-party interference, but third party doesn't always mean that it's a third person. Third party means it could be a family member, a significant other, a mother, a father, a child, a job, or even a way of thinking. It's other people, outside circumstances, outside energies that are somehow coming in the way of you and someone you have a connection with. Other people may be interfering with this relationship and dimming its full potential. I do see the potential here with this, growth that can happen with the kingdom that I saw. But if it's somebody and they're crawling around with a bunch of caterpillars and not that spiritual butterfly or that sparkly energy, then their vibration is either matching that or they don't know how to get out of that situation, or they're feeling really awkward there because their vibration is not that anymore, and they're trying to figure out just how to make a very big decision and go a side way out of a situation. Maybe you recognize that there's outside sources. Maybe you don't even know about this at all. And this could be anything. I also see this as either maybe bad advice, or it could be somebody really selfish and having, you know, giving advice for their own gain or their own reasons, which could be a manipulation energy, but it could also be someone that's just in a situation, they're just being human. Maybe they're afraid to lose a person you're connected to, because, you know, that could create fear. It could be a karmic situation where it's a codependency as well. But, you know, if you are losing something that's important in your life, or even if it's not a loss, but you feel, or I'm getting that, I feel like somebody is feeling somebody's energy changing, and it's giving them a sense of losing some kind of control over a person or over a situation. But I feel like those wings are coming out with whoever this is about, and that person is already flying, ready to fly, wanting to fly. And I feel like whatever this outside situation is just a different dynamic or energy or frequency. It doesn't mean that those people or that person doesn't have the potential to also fly like the butterfly, but that is the energy of freedom, release, allowance, confidence, and feeling secure with who they are, and bringing energy back to them that they should be in a situation where they deserve the best as well. They deserve to have somebody who is there because it's an equal match and equal desire, not any kind of pushy or smothering or manipulating kind of situation. But everybody grows and everybody learns, and everyone has self-awareness differently. Let's see. I feel like we should do one more message from this scene deck. One more message, please, and thank you. Leave your fears behind. Leave the old skin behind. Maybe that's something that this outside energy is learning, because they could be acting out of fear. They are stopping this relationship from blossoming. But now this is not about the outside sources. If that's you worried about anything out there, anything you can't control, anybody you can't control, what you can control is you. That's where the energy should be. That's where you should be filling up your own plate, your own cup, your own desires. Being in the energy where you enjoy being with yourself, you know, working on things that you love. That's where the change is gonna come from. And if this is you releasing any kind of fears that are holding you back because you are getting in your own way, or you are not recognizing your full potential, this is you really spreading those spiritual wings, giving yourself some credit, and I feel like you are going to blossom. If this is you putting up a really big, if this has to do with a partner and you're really have this wall up, maybe you had like past situations where you were left and somebody went to somebody else. But if you are in the energy of wanting to try and wanting to have love in your life, you have to be vulnerable, and you have to let down some of your walls and let someone in. I am seeing some of you as being the one that can break down somebody's walls or get through to someone that maybe no one else ever did. So maybe somebody else was in that energy of fear because of the past. Let's see. that's Sarah McLachlan. All the fear has left me now. I'm not frightened anymore. It's my heart that pounds beneath my chest. It's my mouth that pushes out this breath. I won't feel love. That's a really beautiful, her words. I will put that song below for you guys. All right, I didn't even know I grabbed this. This is the Sweet Love Tea. So let's just do a Sweet Love Tea message, please and thank you. There's one message to be helpful. The rambling rose, growing apart or getting some space to think. It's evolving and interesting. It's outsiders. So I don't know if this is you and someone else growing apart, you and environment growing apart, you growing apart and different from the old you, or this is somebody else possibly releasing their fears, especially if they have a connection with you, and growing apart from maybe outside energies, places, thoughts, or a person where they're not matching that vibration anymore. But if somebody needs space to think, to figure something out, to adjust their beautiful wings, to break out of the cocoon, it's offering that space because there is an evolving energy here. There is something that's going to blossom. There is something that wants to grow, but the thing that's going to grow is the right dynamic in a partnership, the right environment, the right season. Let's get one more. Clarity. Please and thank you. And something else is going to be beyond compare. There's going to be a connection you have with somebody where your energy does match, where it is unlike any other outside like energy or partnership that you've ever had or that person has ever had. The energy is going to be completely different. It's not even something that compares. So it's comparing new partners to past experiences. Fresh take, better times. And it's maybe you or someone else looking at everyone they've been with and they can't quite put a finger on why something is different, why something is deeper, how the dynamic could be so different. I'm even getting how somebody can open up or let their true personality or their true self out with you that they couldn't quite ever do before. I feel like you do bring something special out of somebody that was in there all along. They just never really felt comfortable to let something out or even knew it was there. But I mean, that's a nice energy to have, because if you're in any kind of partnership and let's just say you really had some really beautiful experiences of what love is, and then you have someone come in and they're breadcrumbing you, or they're not really giving you something back, or they have, you know, a hold on power or a manipulating energy or anything like that. It's you not even getting involved, getting yourself out of that situation, recognizing something for what it is, and taking the beautiful things that you know about what you had in the past that helped you grow, that were the attributes you like to keep. And that's what you look for, connect to, focus on. If you focus on all the negative stuff, you're going to start to bring that vibration in because it is a lesson you still have to learn. But if you learn that lesson, you shed that skin, it's seeing it for what it is, not giving it any attention, and giving the attention and the energy to attributes in you that you love and attributes out there that you want to have in your life and get to be with you. I hope this reading was helpful. I do feel like it kind of went all over the place, and it doesn't have to be a specific situation. Sometimes it's just an awareness. you know, a spiritual lesson. It doesn't have to be your situation. Don't like force that slipper to fit if it's not your situation. Should we do one more? I feel like I sort of want to end now with something that has a message. Oh, I do have it. So let's do the Winged Enchantment to sum this reading up. I haven't really used this one in a while. What is the last message to be helpful and insightful for the collective? Energy going on, please, and thank you. Ooh, a hawk. That's a big one. The hawk is, it's about vision, having direct focus. The hawks sort of circle and hover around something. So I do see if you were in any kind of like pattern or circle and it wasn't expansive and growing, maybe breaking out of that, or that's what someone else is doing. It's number 15. So that is a little bit like the energy of the devil, which is when you're ready to leave your fears behind, when you're strong enough to face them, to not give something so much power, and then it's in the energy where it can change. It's also when you're ready to release anything that wasn't really a healthy energy or for your highest and greatest good anymore, because it's getting a hold on something in your energy field or about you where that energy should be placed somewhere else. But that's a strong energy. It's also bringing something back into balance. So let's go to number 15. Hawk. My glasses. I am Hawk, the majestic and the visionary. I am the eyes of the gods. I am the whole picture. I have keen sight, seeing everything from every angle. I did sort of see, you know, when I first picked this up, as maybe you have to keep back, keep watch on someone or something before you assume or before you react. I feel like you need to observe someone, or maybe that's what someone else has been doing, kind of just observing and learning. I can see how today shapes tomorrow, how my future steers today. I am advantage and strategy and will always come prepared. If I am circling overhead, it is because you are not yet aligned with your future. Your path is off balance, your motivation's uncentered, and your higher mind is misaligned. These are so dirty. To be a visionary, it takes more than just seeing the path ahead. You must construct it, shape it, and ensure it spans far enough to complete your task. That's sort of the energy I was getting when I had that nine of rods. Does your current way of doing things support what you seek to accomplish? If not, change course, create a new path, and I encourage you to take a look at what drives you, that fire, what inspires you, what feels like it's, even if it's difficult, it's so worth it. You are perceptivity, you are the eyes of the universe, you are foresight, you are Hawk. And with that, I bid you adieu. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for liking this video, for giving it a thumbs up, for all of your beautiful comments. All of that helps me in this channel, and I feel great gratitude towards all of you. I love you so much. I hope you have a beautiful day, night, evening, and I will see you very soon. Bye.